Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and this is going to be an unboxing of the brand spanking new Duratrax 835E Buggy. This is a true 1/8 scale size buggy. It is 4-wheel drive, it's brushless, and it's an RTR, so everything is in that box you see in front of you. You may ask yourself, why did I choose the Duratrax? Well, I have lots of spare time on my hands, and when I'm not serious into racing and I just want to pull a car out and have some fun, this is it. The Duratrax is fun. I've been doing some research into some of the different RTR 8-scale buggies out there, and I wanted power, I wanted lots of fun, I wanted good looks, but I also wanted some worry-free entertainment. There's lots of us out there that, 5 minutes into a run and something's going to break, right? Well, this Duratrax comes with a quote-unquote Stress Tech 1-year parts replacement warranty for lots of parts on this buggy. Now, that could mean one of two things. Either they're willing to start shipping parts out left and right to the people that buy this, or they're making this thing good enough to where it's not going to break. And that will be tested here soon at the RCNetwork. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Let's see how the box looks and some of the specific items that comes in the box. And then we'll open this thing up and we will see this 8th scale buggy. So all in all, the box is actually pretty huge. I actually just got it moments ago from UPS, delivered to my doorstep from Tower Hobbies. The coolest thing is the graphics on this box. All black and white right here, but you flip it over and you get that burst of color. Now this buggy is available in 3 different paint schemes, and I forget the other colors, but I'm always drawn to the blue for some reason, although this one is called the black version, so I think it's the black background is what they are capturing. And actually right here on the other side here, it gives you colors of the other ones. There we go. Flip side here gives all your different languages and whatnot. It's fully assembled in the box, so it's not a kit. It does come with a 2.4 gigahertz radio system, waterproof ESC, servo, and radio box. So once again, it's back to that worry-free, just have some fun, and that's what I'm going to do with this thing. On the back side here, has the buggy kind of all broken down. Also a picture of the radio is in there too. Lots of true 8-scale parts in this thing. I can't wait to open this thing up. Let's do it. And it's one of those boxes where you don't need a knife. I love it. Oh, you do need a knife. Alright, I got my trusty knife here. There we go. I'm immediately seeing a wing in here. Got an empty box. We won't need that. Let's try and slide this whole thing out here. Yeah, that came out really easy. There we go. Yikes! So you can kind of already see the buggy kind of hidden in its little vault in there. It looks like everything's assembled. You don't have to put the wing on. The tires are already mounted, which is pretty cool. We're going to start doing some boring stuff first, so let's get that stuff out of the way. Duratrax, got all your stickers right there, your owner's manual. Looks like you have some shrink tubing in there, maybe some sort of plate, and looks like probably a bind plug as well. Also maybe a switch cover. We'll have to see about that. There we go. And this is the fun part. How does this thing attach inside of here? There we go. We're going to rip it open the old-fashioned way. There we go. And let's do the radio. The radio fell. Alright, so the radio comes in this kind of box right here. Let's go ahead and open this thing up, and then we'll get to that cool buggy you probably see somewhat blurred in the background. It's the best thing about unboxings. You never know what you're going to get. So inside here, looks Looks like you have a 2.4 gigahertz radio, FS. That might be FlySky, I believe. So your typical 2.4 gigahertz radio, actually pretty decent. Has a little hidden antenna right there. Has a little deal right there with all of your trims, steering dual rate, all that good stuff. Looks like it has your reverses right there for your steering and your throttle. All good. Feels good, not too bad. There we go. So that's the radio. Let's see if we can unclip this buggy. And there's no unclipping. Hey, that made things even easier. I'm just stuck looking at this thing. It just looks pretty cool. I really dig the blue, white, and black background that this thing is painted on. All in all, this thing, I mean, it has some heft to it. I mean, I think I saw the weight on there with the battery was about 8.4 pounds, which, you know, that just tells you that this thing is just made solid to take some beatings out there on the trails. Let me go ahead and pull the camera in a little bit closer so you guys can see some up close of this, and we'll pull the body off as well. Alright, so we're back now, and I just took about 5 minutes or so and just kind of checked this thing out. I mean, this thing is just super cool. You know, the first things that it just draws my attention is obviously the shocks here. 16 millimeter big bore shocks. They have dust boots on there already from the factory, which is really cool to keep all the grime out of your shocks. Fully aluminum threaded body shocks. I mean, they're just huge. I can't explain how huge those things are, but that definitely tells you right there. Cool shocks. You also see the shock towers there. Those are 5 millimeter thick shock towers, all aluminum as well. So this thing is definitely made to take a beating, and like I said, definitely 8 scale size. Let's go ahead and take this body off. 2 body pins is all you need to take this thing off. Also has some Velcro under here. I'm hearing the rip of the Velcro as I start to take it off, which is one of the mods that I always do to my 8 scale buggies. Trying to get the antenna tube to cooperate. There we go. So inside, you have this nice battery tray right here that can pretty much accommodate a 4-cell LiPo with no problem. It comes with a Dean's connector. Yay! People are listening. So a genuine Dean's connector with some 12 gauge wire off of the Onyx 120 amp ESC. So this thing can definitely take some punishment. Also comes with the Onyx 2200 kV motor, so 4S is definitely what you're going to need to power this buggy. Comes with a Duratrax, it says digital waterproof, model number SX501WP for waterproof, so pretty cool. And then you got the radio box right over here that it also looks like it's sealed to keep the water out. All in all, definitely impressed with this thing. Underside here, let's take a look at the chassis. It does come with a anodized aluminum chassis, it looks like. Nice silver, almost like that Teflon coating that's on the underside here to make it kind of slip easier over things. All the screws are countersunk in, so that's definitely nice. Nothing's going to get caught up as you're running this thing ragged. As far as the wheels and tires, somewhat of a different design of wheel here. Has kind of like a look through there to probably let some dirt and whatnot out of it. The tire compound, pretty good. It's very rubbery, so it's probably like a M3 in Pro Line terms right there. And it's very similar to like the Crime Fighter. So if you know some of your Pro Line tires, very similar to the Crime Fighter. So this is definitely going to do good for the track that I plan to run it on, which is kind of a hard pack, but then it has like a loose top on it. So it's definitely going to be able to slip around and kind of drift some of the corners. Immediately I'm starting to draw myself to some of the upgraded parts immediately on this buggy. It does have a aluminum steering Ackerman bar right there, and also the knuckles inside there are also, you can kind of peek in there and see the glistening of the silver. Those are also upgraded to aluminum. All in all, you do have front and rear sway bars on this buggy. You also have dog bones, it looks like front and rear is what I'm seeing. Actually, they are universals in the front and dog bones in the back. Look at that. So even another upgrade as we speak. Huge, it looks like 5mm turnbuckles on everything. So definitely, once again, built to take a beating. The wing mount, super thick. Does not look like that is going to ever break. 8-scale buggy, that is notorious area for breakage. And the wing looks very similar to like the Proline high downforce wing. Subtle differences to it, but very, very similar in size. 3 Velcro straps right there. Not a very tall antenna, which is always very nice. So definitely the trait of the 2.4 gigahertz radio that it comes with. Wheels, 17mm hexes, so you can pretty much put any wheel and tire package that would fit an 8-scale buggy. So you don't have any kind of proprietary type issue once you get this thing going. As far as the pinion right there, it does look like a Mod 1 pinion. Looks somewhat small, probably like a 14 tooth. Looks like the gear mesh is set perfectly, exactly how I would do it. Both metal pinion and metal spurs, so this thing is definitely going to leave some noise in the background as you're running this thing, which is pretty cool. Looks like you do have dog bone center, and you got that center diff right there. We'll see if it's fluid filled. I didn't see any mention of fluid filled, and looks like you have front and rear diffs as well. All in all, really, really happy with this buggy. I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera now so I can take you very close inside this thing and you can see all the details. Alright, so I went ahead and grabbed the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and start panning across this thing so you can see up close all the details of this thing. Pretty much all the plastic on this buggy seems super thick. I mean, it does not look like they skimped anywhere on anything. So, huge servo horn right there. Also the servo arm, pretty thick as well. Center diff has that huge brace and just that huge motor mount. I mean, that thing is just monstrous. See right there the Onyx motor, 2200 kV once again. Got the 4mm bullets, it looks like. Might be 5mm, I'd have to check on that. Huge thickness right there on the shock towers. On back to those shocks again. Arms seem to be very, very sturdy. Super thick as well again. Pretty cool little switch right there. It does have like a kind of waterproofing protectant on it as well. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mount the camera back up and we'll have the final thoughts. Alright guys, so that is going to be the wrap of the 835E buggy from Duratrax. A couple of things I noticed that I did not get in the box, so you may want to take note of this when you do plan to order this thing. One thing is going to be 4 AA's for that remote you see in front of you. And the other thing is going to be a 4S Lipo battery. Now you can do it two ways. You can either do two 2S Lipos with a Dean's series connector. That basically means you're going to be running a 4S Lipo with two 2S's, or you can run a 4S Lipo, which is a little bit simpler and less wires and whatnot. Stay tuned to the RCNetwork because I do have 2 unboxings coming your way of 4-cell Lipos. One is going to be this thing, the Track Power 4S Lipo. More details on that soon, and also this thing. So please stay tuned. That's it for now. If you have any questions at all on this Duratrax buggy, please feel free to post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.